Imagine what would happen to your business if you had 12,000 plus qualified leads in under 10 minutes. Stick around to find out. What's going on, everyone? Chris, CEO and co-founder of FlowChat. This episode is going to be a ton of fun because we're going to figure out how to get more qualified leads in your business, which is, of course, is important. But there's a specific strategy that I want you to hear from a specific person who's also a FlowChat family member. So please help me welcome Sohan. How's it going, Sohan?
Woo-hoo! I'm good, baby. I'm good. Thanks for having me, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. It's good. I'm happy to be here. I love your
I'm
energy.
excited for you to be here because everyone that's watching, listening to this, wherever that is taking place, you're going to really enjoy this conversation. So if you haven't already felt Sohan's energy, he just makes you feel happier and lighter. And you're going to find out probably more why of with all the stuff he has been through and perspective he brings on life is insanely powerful. Before we get to that, Sohan, I like to jump right into it. The big promise was 12,000 plus leads in under 10 minutes. That sounds like bogus. How'd you do it, man?
I know it's crazy. Like, it's interesting, right? When I heard first about FlowChat and I heard about one of our clients was using FlowChat and he said, "Oh, I'm trying this out. I'm trying the software out. It's really cool and it allows me to look into getting leads and then be able to create a pipeline and work through the pipeline." I said, "What is he on about? I got to find out what this is." So I tried to look it up and struggled to find it. And then I said, "Okay, I'm going to reach out to Jaron and get hold of it." So he sends me a DM and he said, "Well, I don't have a link to it, but I think there's a Facebook group." So I said, "Oh, cool. Okay." So I look up the Facebook group, I find you guys, I jump in. I added myself to the Facebook group, get into the Facebook group. I still didn't make any sense of it. But then I knew that there was a Chrome extension and I grabbed the Chrome extension. And then when I was looking for the Chrome extension, I said, okay, I can get the software too. Let's use it because there's no point just getting the Chrome extension. It's totally worth getting the whole shebang. Go all in. Anyway, so I got the software, I got the Chrome extension. And then I said, okay, well, this is cool. I think I watched your, because Sean reached out to me and he was having a good chat. And he sent me, I said, "Look, I'm really tied up. I've got newborn baby, business is crazily growing. I need to focus on that, but I really need to look into what you're talking about." And he said, "No problem. Hey, if it helps you, I'm going to save you some time. Check out this video. Or do you prefer video or text or what?" I said, "Video is good." So obviously, so he sends me a quick video of you doing the leads from likes to leads, and I watched that and I said, "Oh, this is easy." And I'm very visual, so I picked that up and I saw what you did. So I quickly went back into that software and I went into the Chrome extension. I hit it. I went into a Facebook group. So we're part of the community that we serve is huge. It's the 10x community. That's predominantly who we serve, or anyone who's got a 10x mentality as an entrepreneur.
Right on.
And so I said, I got to go in and have a look and see whether this makes sense. So I tapped into my community and I used the app, the extension, and it was so cool, bro. Like hitting that scroll button, watching it do its thing. And it's not a scraper. Like, it's not a cheap ass pro. It's like real cool, quality, legit, an extension that's legit, is not buggy. And it literally scrolls right through the whole thing. And I'm going, whoa, this is crazy. I just got 10,000 and I pressed the copy and I pasted it in my FlowChat account. And I said, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this now. I'm not kidding you. I'm getting goosebumps. Seriously, Chris.
I believe you.
Whoa, that's like 12,000 leads. And that was like in 6 minutes. So it was really under 10 minutes. I'm going, this is insane. They're all quality. And you have to understand, look, as part of sales, we always have to sift through the quality leads, right? Because we're always looking for the dream 100. But even that, I didn't have to worry about it because I'm going, do you know what? This solves every single problem on the planet as far as our lead generation is concerned. And it's funny because just, I think a week before this happened, we're talking to another mate of mine. We're looking at a strategy that we were trying to work out on a video ad, which is really cool, by the way. It works. But I'm going, man, this is so cool because this is like, yeah, they're cold, but I get to warm them up and I can do it because, I love having a conversation with people. So what a great way to do it. We live on Facebook because of work and life, personal. So we're going, this is perfect. I can have a conversation with them on a DM. I can chat with them. I used to be known as the Mr. 3 a day, like sales 3 a day when I was in this affiliate marketing business back in 2012 to 13. And I went from no sales, like making 2 sales a month in that gig, to making like 3 sales a day. Like, I'm talking about $4,000 a pop. So it was really, really cool. So I had that tagline. I'm going, man, I made it big in that text DMing, and this would be really, really powerful. I can do it again. Plus, the software already has templates. I just need to tweak them. Let's go, because time is infinitely more valuable than money. So I'm happy for that.
All day, all
Dude, it
day.
was so good. So I got to say thank you to you. Thank God for you guys to show up. You, Bruno, and Sean, because it's a big deal. It ain't small. It's really big, and it's really, really cool. Everyone should get their hands on it. Like, I could be waving your flag all day long just for that. And by the way, we haven't hit any conversions on them just yet, but we've had 3 really cool conversions on the front end that have come through already in the form of 2 joint venture partnerships potentially, with one of them being a really big heavy hitter in the marketplace, especially in the 10x community. And there's another one that came through yesterday where the guy was like, hey, I'm cool. I'm ready to check out your challenge. So we're getting a customer, plus we're getting partnerships from this one big list. And 12,000 is nothing. I mean, we're talking about getting, if you get 25, 30,000 leads that are quality, you got more than a year to go through, and you can never complain about trying to be desperate or not get a sale, because you got an abundance of leads. So you guys are
That's
just
so
nailed
good.
it.
Thank you so much for the kind words. I want to just let you keep talking because this is no, I truly appreciate it. This is look, a lot of this started with solving our own problem. We've been commission only, employing ourselves and others for well over a decade. Sean longer than myself. Bruno has built his own companies. 3 co-founders, and a huge shout out to just the FlowChat team too. We've all rallied together, solving our own problem. And as this content itself, you watching, listening to this, is for other entrepreneurs. It's a scary, lonely path a lot of times, but it doesn't have to be, which is a big part of why we're doing the spotlight content. It's, hey, let's talk to people on the front lines that are getting real results and and get those real breakthroughs. Oh, did you go to the beach on me? There he is. Now you're back.
I don't know what's going on.
It was just a little commercial break, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we're back. But all this being said, I greatly appreciate it. And I know everyone listening, watching. Look, it is a problem. We gotta find ideal people to talk to. We don't want to waste other people's time. We don't want to waste our own. This is a way to skip all that, eliminate that. Work smarter, not harder. Hunt with a sniper rifle, not a shotgun. Whatever analogy you want to use. So let's do this. Let's do this. The big question is, okay, that's what you created. You're already starting those conversations. We'll have to have you, back on in, a month or a couple months, few months, whenever, so we can hear like, oh my gosh, I've closed X amount, because we do have our 100K award, 100K of FlowChat sales, and some people hit that in a week, some people hit in a month, 3 months, whatever. But it's a nice little fun, first target we like to focus on and celebrate. Why are you doing all this though, Sohan? What are you using these leads for?
Really, really simple. We're on a mission to impact 1 billion families of entrepreneurs by 2029,
With a
Chris.
B, a
And
billion families.
1 billion with a B. That's right. 1 billion with a B. It's a big, big deal for us. That's why we live for it. We would die for it. I have almost checked out and come back to life for it. My queen of confidence on camera, as we call her, has also literally checked out and come back. Not almost, she's actually done that. So our purpose is very clear. And the reason we're doing this is, people talk about, you're doing it for the legacy of the babies and the kids and all that stuff. And that's cool. That's important. But what's really super important is the people out there. See, I've seen dysfunctionality in people's lives. I didn't grow up with that, fortunately, but it also was unfortunate because I didn't really get to connect with that side of pain and trauma. I did have trauma, but everyone's got a very degree of trauma. But I didn't see that dysfunctionality side of things as far as trauma is concerned. So when it affected me, I didn't know how to deal with it, which is why I was ready to check out, because it was totally unfamiliar to me. And I felt like a complete loser because I didn't want to be in that category. So it really hit home. And 2016 is when I created a movement called Love and Be Loved. It's called LABEL without an E. It's an acronym for Love and Be Loved. It's really about helping families of entrepreneurs to end poverty, to help them experience true love, true joy, true fulfillment, and have a really happy, great, extraordinary life, both professionally, personally, and of course financially. So that being said, we're looking for the fastest way to get there, but not a shortcut. We're looking for a fast way to get there that can really help make this happen as fast as possible, because we don't take our lives and time for granted. We've stopped doing that. So when you guys showed up, we attracted you in our lives because you have a fast way of doing it, and it's a really great way of building relationships. See, our one of our principles in our business and our culture and values in the family and in the company is we put people before profits. We build relationships before revenue. That's it, period. Like, I don't care what people say about that. Money is really important to us, but we certainly put relationships right in front. We'll use the money to love the people, right? As opposed to most people loving like, we'll use the money to, oh, let's rip the people off. No, we're not in that. We're using the money to love on the people as much as we can, because that's how much we really care. And when you came up with what you guys have and we looked at it, we're going, this is so cool. Like, you get people are on their phones. We're talking about DM strategies these days. We're talking about SMS strategies these days as part of email marketing, nurturing campaigns, for all that marketing jargon for all you tech geekies out there. But we we don't really understand. We don't really understand it. And I feel, and this is what Vass and I, my queen and I, were saying, I feel you guys really cracked the code because you understand it. You don't understand it. You understand. You guys embody it, and you
That's a
did it
cool
when you're
phrase.
in your. Yeah, well, you embodied it because you're showing it. You're showing it. You're not just telling it. And we experienced that. So we got a chance firsthand to experience that from right from the get go with the leads. Right. Then there's like, we're getting people who are saying, yeah, let's have a conversation. Why? Because it's coming through a personalized convo. It's not a let me slap you and scam you and spam you. It's a, hey, let's talk. It's a proper courting opportunity, not a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of opportunity. And that's the difference that really makes us go, you know what, we like this, we're aligned with this. That's why I said to Sean day one, I want to meet with you guys so that we can talk about how we can align, because you're on a big trajectory of doing something and we're doing something massive ourselves. So it's perfectly aligned. There is no such thing as coincidence. We have a reason why we connected, and let's go and make the world together, because collaboration works from the heart set and competition works from the mindset. And so if we
That's
can
cool.
collaborate, we stay in the heart. So that's what we're doing it.
Collaboration's powerful. It's created from the heart, felt by the heart. Um,
Yes, sir.
so that's awesome. Okay, so that's some of the impact you're going to be making. It sounds like, where does video fall into that equation? Because there's that it's part of the challenge you guys are doing, and I was just curious personally to hear a little bit more on that.
Absolutely. Well, the video is the foundation. Like, video is everything to do with this as a vehicle to make it happen, right? Like, I can communicate with people through chat messages and texts and words and images, but video is the best way to really create intimacy with someone and really build a strong relationship. There's no way I can hide. You can't, like, you can see the truth through my eyes. Like, it pierces through. So
Yeah.
video is such a powerful, powerful tool that most people are not using it, even though they intellectually know that it's important for their business, because they got these stories they're trapped in, that's stopping them from actually using strategies. And the strategies are there. So, we've used them, we've seen them work for us, we've seen them work for our clients. We're talking about clients making multiple six-figure deals from random, like, not ever shooting any kind of videos, hardly having any presence on social media, to getting the right strategies and videos popping deals for them, and deals in the form of relationships, not just transactions, right? Like, real
Yeah.
transformation. So
Yeah.
we saw that happen for us. We're seeing that happen for our clients. And when you can with video, when you can make six figures and seven figures in a day, why would you worry about hustling and trying other ways and avoiding video, and be happy with six figures in a week, or six figures in a month, or six figures in a year? I mean, one of our mentors always said, hey, if you made six figures in a day, wouldn't that solve all the problems you have for a week or a month or a year? And video is so easy to make that happen, right? I can convey a quick message to people through video done right. It can really strategically bring someone on board, and you can form an amazing relationship with them. I mean, look what we're doing here to have an expression of how powerful some tools like FlowChat can make a difference to people's families and have a ripple effect amongst the families they're impacting, right? And we're doing it through a medium like video. We're not choosing to do it through an email and blast that out.
Yeah.
We want people to feel the connection. People do business with people. They don't do business with businesses. And video is the best place to do that. So we harness that. We didn't find anyone in the marketplace that was actually focusing on conscious marketing. Now there are a couple of people that are doing it and they call themselves gurus. But um, conscious marketing is about dropping out of the head and dropping into the heart and connecting with your audience and really using your message to really drive home the point, to really show how you can drive revenue, but first create a relationship before the revenue. And that's what we didn't find anywhere. I didn't see that anywhere. I found it frustrating. I saw some of the people in ClickFunnels as a community. Yeah, they had really cool pragmatic approaches, if you may, because they're very strategic and structured in their head and they're left brainers. And that's cool. I respect that. I don't have that in me. That's not my strength. So I admire that a lot. I know I can have someone else take care of that for me. But there was no one that was teaching marketing through video or helping businesses through video to be able to create messages consciously, where you could show people how to stop being in their head and start being in their heart and be okay with being vulnerable and being okay with having to come up with a message and using different ways of how to entertain an audience. Because if you're going to drive value and if you're going to drive entertainment, now you're on a winning streak, and video allows you to deliver that. So we're very passionate about it, and we continue to do that, and it's the future now.
It's happening. I can feel the passion, and video is really powerful. And so, I'd be interested to hear your perspective and recommendation on where to distribute the video. So, what are some of the platforms or ways that you're saying, like, hey, for me, for clients that I'm working with, hey guys, create videos for these type of environments and distribute here. What would you say? Oh, did I just lose audio with you? I can't. All right, Mike is back. We got it fixed and magically. So distribution of video. What would you say, Sohan?
Yeah, so typically what we see is this is what I say to people. Okay, if you got to choose a platform to publish on, choose all platforms, and that's going to cause you a lot of disaster and overwhelm. You got to pick a platform to see where you can live on, because that's where your audience is. So if your audience congregates on Facebook, I don't care whether you like Facebook, whatever your stories about Facebook, whether you don't like the fact that your aunt's on Facebook, I don't care. Like, you got to show up for your customer on Facebook, because that's what matters most. And so you got to pick a platform where you make it your primary platform, and then use distribute videos there, and understand the platform, because that's another part. There's a nature to a platform, because
Yeah.
every platform has bots and algorithms, but it's not about really paying attention so much to the algorithm as much as it is to focus on your viewer. But knowing that the algorithm is favoring the viewer, and if you can understand the behavior of the platform, then you can manage the expectations of the viewer, because the behavior of the platform is based on the behavior of the user of the platform. So that obviously means go back to understanding how your audience on a specific platform, if that's where they congregate, like Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn or TikTok or Snapchat, figure that out, identify that wherever they congregate, and don't just look for people. Like, this is what I say to people: when you're distributing videos, what we look for is our people that are hungry, the hungry people that are congregating. Like, I can find our tribe on different platforms in fairly large numbers, but not all those tribes are hungry. There are certain platforms where they're hungry. Why? Because we see that in their behavior, where the way they consume content, right? So, for example, we see it on Facebook and we see that on YouTube with our guys. Our clients see that differently with theirs. Some of them see Instagram more than they see Facebook, but they live on Facebook more than they do on Instagram. And they should actually be living on Instagram more than they live on Facebook, because the distribution needs to be your primary platform. And then you can syndicate it across the same stuff across the other platforms, so that you can create something what we call as omnipresence, which is nothing else but a term where you can be found everywhere. Because our philosophy is best known always beats the best, right? So
Hmm.
if you want to be known everywhere, then just be everywhere, but you got to choose a primary platform for primary distribution of your videos. And then from there, you can publish and republish and resyndicate the same stuff on other platforms in different forms.
How much content should we post a day?
Good question. If you talk about, again, it's platform based. Like, if you looked at YouTube, there are different strategies where you can pump out lots of videos every day. You can do 3 videos a day, and you can still get quite a decent amount of views if you did the right thing, knowing your audience. But at the same time, on that same platform like YouTube, you can publish 1 video a week, and you can bang out at least 100 times more or 10 times more the number of views that you get on your videos, done right with the strategy and knowing the audience, right? So There you go. Yay! The queen's in the house. The
Hey,
queen of confidence is
hey,
here. So
what's
close to
going
the mic.
on?
Bottle in one hand, a baby in the other.
There you go. I told you. Didn't I tell you?
You
Hey,
made
good to
it. Good to
see
see
you.
you.
I made it. Yes, good to see you too.
So she's the perfect queen of confidence in camera. She's the one when it comes to teaching people in terms of Vass understands how people need to distribute content because she's very sensitive to people's behaviors and expectations on platforms. And we're just talking about distribution right now.
Absolutely.
Yep. And that's it. That's another big one when it comes to energy. Like she'll speak from an energetic standpoint. I speak sometimes from a very pragmatic perspective. So when I say behavior and she says energy, we're saying the same thing. So, like we're looking for that energy that a person or a user is showing on a platform for me to decide how much content is enough to post on a platform. Now, given the situation we have to, do you want to hold him for a bit, Bubs?
Yeah,
I got it. Ladies
How
and
old?
gentlemen, please remember, this is Orlando Lopez, a
What's going
home
on,
brand
Orlando?
name you will remember. Just say hi. That's
What's
Uncle
going on?
Chris. And say hi to the world. Say
The first sub
hi.
1-year-old on the member spotlight. That's great. That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? He's already made it.
That's it. He's famous. Yeah.
So yeah, so it basically, we're talking about distribution of videos and how much of content can you pour out.
Absolutely. And it's not just about pouring out content, I feel. It's very much about being able to actually stay within your heart. So it just doesn't come across as a newsreader, just reading a script.
No teleprompters in your production process?
No.
Oh,
No scripts,
no way.
teleprompters. Yeah, just being able to actually drop into your heart, speak from that heart space, and actually really connect with your audience. I really feel that has made a huge difference to the people we serve as well, because we deal with sometimes chiropractors and doctors, and they place themselves in a little conservative box, and it's really beautiful to see when they can connect heart to heart.
What's maybe one or two I appreciate you sharing that. What's maybe one or two tips that you would recommend everyone listening, watching, to be more connected to the content that they're sharing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Drop into your heart. Just be able to take a few minutes, be intentional about your video, drop into your heart, and you share, and you be that example first, so people can actually feel your energy and they have something to align with.
So one tip might be
100%.
like smile.
Definitely.
And I'm just thinking for everyone listening, like drop into your heart. It's a really good phrase. What would be your creative? What's your creative process to, how do you get yourself to drop into your heart?
I just place my hands on my heart just like so, and have just a few minutes of gratitude just for the things around me, the intention that I've got for the video, and just be able to just be still. I also do priming as well before videos, where you can actually bring that energy in.
Priming? Okay, is priming just like kind of like moving around and
yes.
okay.
Yes,
See,
yes.
these are new things. These are new things. That's great. So like physically
Yeah.
touching your heart, thinking of, thoughts of gratitude, priming. So these are part of your creative process that might be natural to you, but maybe very unnatural to most people listening, watching, that they would benefit from. So I appreciate you sharing.
And there's another one that you normally do, which is dancing, right?
Definitely.
Like Chris, one of the easiest things that everyone can relate to is dancing.
Let's
Like I don't
go.
care what people are doing,
Little salsa?
they can dance in their privacy, 100%, right? Do the salsa because it works, right?
Do the salsa without smiling. I dare you. Go. Anyone listening, watching. That's fantastic. I love it. That's great. Well, I'm sure everyone's starting to get an idea of just the, I don't know, the power, the essence, the energy that you guys bring to the table. And when you're creating something from the heart, it's felt by the heart, meaning there's good connection that's being drawn on the other side of the screen. If you're listening to Vass and Sohan and you're leaning into this and you're enjoying it and you would like to learn more from them, where's the best place to find you guys?
MakeMoreVideosChallenge.com. That's a great place to go and actually get involved with us, because that's a place where you can play with us and really feel the energy of how you can really take your videos and 10x your sales, right? We're on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook easily. We live on Facebook. She's Vass Bess, and I'm Sohan Gokarn on Facebook. Easy to find, not hard at all. Or you can find us on Instagram as well. Instagram, LinkedIn, by our names. You can easily find us, and there's no dramas. We live on Facebook predominantly, but we certainly will reply if you're on LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter or Pinterest or YouTube, wherever
Come
you are.
join the fun.
I like it. Well, I appreciate you guys being on here. Before we close, I always like to ask one question. It's something that personally interests me are individuals that create. So if you're an artist, if you're an athlete, if you're a musician, if you're an actor or an entrepreneur, I look at that as kind of or a leader for that matter. All those different practices require somebody to kind of step into this vulnerable space, right? They're putting themselves out there for criticism, and the humans that put themselves out there and stand out baffle me because it's scary and it's unknown and like why do you do what you do? So in a long way of saying and giving you guys time to think, what is it that drives both of you? Why put yourselves out there? Why put a challenge together? Why create? Why put yourself out there to support others?
Because it's beyond money. It's heartfelt. It's a calling. And when it's a calling, it's not just something you do 9 to 5. It's something that you're here on earth to actually pursue and do. That's what I would say for me.
Absolutely. I said this before. I'll say this again for all of us and for those listening. Relationships over revenue.
Definitely.
All day long. You see, excuse me, we're building a legacy for people to understand the power of how they can end poverty in their lives and they can really enjoy the freedom, the true freedom of not having to worry about money all the time, because we've been there. We've slept in our cars, right? We've drank boiling water with vegeta, which is like it's like a soup mix. It's like a vegetable stock. We've mixed that to save money and to avoid having to go and spend money anywhere else. We've done that, right? We've seen the hard side of things. I even said to you, she's died and come back to life twice. Bass has done that. I've done that too. Almost died. Didn't die completely, but I almost checked out. But we've done that. So we've seen the extremity of life. She comes from a conservative Muslim background and she's not religious at all. So obviously being the black sheep of the family, that didn't go down well. So there's a lot of resistance for individuals, for artists, for entrepreneurs. And the journey of discovering ourselves is all about wanting to find that inner peace. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. If I can go 6 feet under knowing that I'm at peace and I can shake my hand with myself, my better self in heaven, knowing that we did a great job while we were alive on earth by really impacting business owners, it's game on. And that starts with the dropping out of the head and dropping into the heart. That starts from there. Human connections. Look at what's happened in the last 2.5 years. People have really realized more than ever that this is the time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So true. So true. Oh no, he's okay. Beanie's down. Beanie's down. Well, Vas and Sohan, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today and spending some time to share what you've learned over the years so far.
Thank you, Chris.
And we appreciate you.
We appreciate what you're doing, what Bruno's doing, what Sean's doing. Keep up the great work, guys. And hey, we're looking forward to jam again. So.
Awesome. We'll hang around just for a second. But for everyone listening, watching, hey, thank you also for watching this and spending some time with us. Listen, being an entrepreneur can be lonely, but it doesn't have to be. And so if you'd like to be surrounded by other entrepreneurs that are out there getting results and figuring out how to further serve the market like Vas and Sohan, then come consider joining the FlowChat fam. This is where we rally together, we mastermind together, we go through the ups, through the downs, and figure it out. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back with more awesome entrepreneurs solving all kinds of crazy problems, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.